Welcome everyone, and you're now tuned into another episode of Just a Conversation. I'm your host, Mo Burton. I'd like to thank everyone for subscribing, their comments, their likes, and the well wishes I keep receiving, and the inspiration, and the thank yous for the inspiration I'm trying to give. I greatly appreciate it, and all I'm trying to do is build a community full of people who want to self improve. I think it's a lot of us out here who actually want to do that, and I'm just here to help. So today's episode, my guest is a poet. I'm sorry, a poet, a rapper, a author, and he's also one of my favorite people in the world, Don Charles. So hopefully y'all could take something from this episode and apply it and to help you improve. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Just a Conversation with Mark Burton. And today, I have a special guest, one of my favorite people in the world. Matter of fact, I'm going to let him do the honors.
Yeah, I'm Donald Charles, man, and I'm honored and blessed to be on the platform of Just a Conversation.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So, we can just get kind of right into it. How you coping with being a man in today's modern world, guys?
It's simple for me because I made my choice. I made my decision to be a man in this modern world. So I try to lead by example. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to lead by example because I know so many people stumble upon that question. But for me, I sacrifice myself in order to kind of raise others up and say, well, let me be kind of like the first Indian per se to run up that hill to see where the cowboy is at.
Right.
You know
what
I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, it's just it's my plight. Like it's what I was sent here for.
So we found you discovered that basically your purpose. So how long you think it took you? Not how long it took you, but like once you discovered that purpose on want to create that plight and charge that hill for those you love, how did that make you feel?
Vindicated. It made me feel like it makes sense now. Because I always had like one thing about me personally, I always had this thing to where I felt disconnected from things that wasn't real. And I always felt connected to things that were real. Like when I say real, I mean things that can move me and my people, excuse me, forward. I always felt connected more to that than the things that continually and constantly kept us in a continuum of negativity.
Right.
I always felt more connected to the things that moved us forward and progressed us in life. So once I found purpose in life, it just kind of connected for me. It was like, oh, okay, I'm here for a reason.
How you maintain that purpose in the world to where they're really trying to distract you from that and keep you, even though today is a time where we all are more connected with this supercomputer in our pocket, but we are all so far away from each other.
For sure.
In the mental capacity.
For sure. Bro, I heard something either yesterday or today, honestly, I can't remember. And it said social media, computer period, right? It's keeping us closer to the people that's far away, but it's separating us from the people that are closest to us.
Right.
And that hit me. But I kind of seen it happening, right? You know, I'm at an age to where I remember life before that. So I don't really base my life off social media or internet stuff like that. But like on a personal level, like to be honest with you, I just don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world. Yeah, I just kind of I love myself.
Oh, that's
I don't chase tangible things. Like everything is inside of me. So anything I want that's outside of me, I just remind myself that that's the world influencing you. Because everything you want, well, for me, for me, everything I want is already inside of me. I just got to manifest it from the inside out instead of looking at the world from the outside in. I hope that answered your question.
Oh, definitely. And just like you, I heard something recently that kind of opened my eyes to something. Cause it was like there's only two types of people in the world: it's those who are lost and those who know they're lost. But once you know you lost, it make it easier for you. So now you could start to find your way, and that's how I felt about my self improvement journey. Once I found out that I was lost, and it seemed like you came to that. Well, I know you have because we done had that discussion us two hundreds of times. So for those who are watching this and trying to pick up some insight on where to start on their self improvement journey, what would you tell them?
Stop caring about what other people think about you.
But it's so hard.
Well, you asked me.
Now I know, but
Right.
to some people it's hard. Like,
I mean, if you want answer it for me,
No,
answer.
no,
Yeah,
no.
now I'm Klein. You my cousin.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Let's do this for
Yeah,
the camera,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm really Klein, and I respect you. But my honest answer is, honestly, stop caring about what other people think,
Right.
because you'll spend your whole life doing that and end up in that casket by yourself.
That's the only way to go.
I've never seen anyone jump in the casket. Even if they tried, they got stopped.
Right.
It's really all on you. It's really all on you. So for me, man, it became foolish to let outside energy dictate how I felt inside. It just became foolish to me. And I think that'll be the first thing I tell somebody, like, deconstruct everything you were taught and construct a solid foundation of what you feel inside, and then just reconstruct what you will learn. Now, during your reconstruction, if things from your past that you learned from what people had indoctrinated you into, if that arises within this newfound self, then beautiful. You can say, thank you, mama, thank you, cousin, thank you, uncle, thank you, partner. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what you learned as a child and what you were indoctrinated into via religion, via tradition, regardless of the situation, you have to learn on your own. And you know, especially as a man, right? Become your own man. And if things in your past that you were taught, if that resonates with the new man that you are, then you tell those people, hey man, I appreciate you for telling me this or that. But at the end of the day, man, just find yourself. You know what I'm saying? Totally negate everything everybody ever told you about yourself and find yourself.
That's really the best starting point to start from. I always let people know who ask me that question. Like, you got to ask yourself some serious questions, and like, you got to you got to learn yourself first. I always heard that we all die with a half-written book at our bedside, and that half-written book is us. Like, half of us go to the grave not even knowing who we were. And just like you, just like you, I'm a parent. And how do you instill these?
I didn't want them people to know I was a parent. I'm a low-key parent. You just put me on blast. Yeah.
So
I got $2 left. Yeah. Now they about to take them too. No, that's a joke.
But mentally
my daughter,
being a parent, how do you instill those truths and values in her?
Her? So my daughter. I'm a grown man, right?
Right.
But I have a young daughter. Total disconnect. Grown man, little girl. Total disconnect. But what I can do for her is just to introduce her to different things. I don't never want to pigeonhole her into certain aspects of life. Like, you should do this, right? You should go to HBCU. You should go to an Ivy League school. I never do the you should thing.
Oh, that's big.
Right?
That's
I
big.
never do the you should. I listen to my child, and I analyze my child, and I watch my child, and I look for her strengths, right? And I've raised more than her, but that's my biological,
Yeah.
right?
I've
raised children, and I've always watched children. And one thing I can tell a kid is follow your strengths. And one thing I could tell a parent is cater to a child's strengths.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cater to a child's strengths.
That's a good one.
Stop trying to live vicariously through your child.
How do you think you do a good job of really validating her feelings?
I'm the shit. No, I'm the shit.
Oh,
I didn't ask for that. I appreciate it, but I really
right. No,
because I know I'm not perfect, right?
Yeah.
But I'm the shit. Can't nobody tell me I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
I put my best foot forward, man, and at the end of the day, God got the last words, you know? Yeah.
And that's I'm big on that with validating my kids' feelings. I want them to know that, like you said, she's they are heard. I say my sons, that they are heard. And I always listen to them I'm trying to be the parent when they tell me they had a bad day at school or they're like the teacher. It's not automatically their fault. It's not like, oh, the teacher represents me and you got to listen to the teacher. Like, nah, okay, bro, what happened? Like, what's going on? And if I really feel like he's justified in what he's saying, go talk to the teacher. Well, my son said this. Like, what's going on? Let me get both sides of the story. I don't want to just shut him down and so now they can't open up and talk to me about something. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, I'm glad you said like that. You just the shit. So by you saying that, I know you do that. You listen to them. You try to understand exactly where they're coming from.
I was a child once. I know how it feels to not be heard. So will I break the cycle, or will I be or will I continue the cycle? Right. Will I be a part of the solution or a part of the problem? I know how I felt, and shout out to my mom and dad. They did a great job because I'm here with you right now. So everything worked out for the greater good. All praises be to God. But I do know how I feel to not be heard. So if I love my child, why would I put that same pain of not being heard on my child? Why would I do that? I know how I feel.
Right.
So that means I'm not healed, right? If I'm just passing on this trauma, this generational trauma.
Right.
I'm just continually passing it down. I know this shit hurt me, but I want my daughter to feel it too. Or my son, for that matter. That's weirdo time, cuz. And I just don't fuck with it like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just more into breaking generational curses. You know what I mean?
So we spoke about raising your daughter and you just brought up your son, shout out to Trent. Like, how now, especially with being where we're from, it's so easy for our young black men to be caught in this trap around this city. How do you kept that and got your son to the next level?
By the grace of God.
Of course.
Once again, just understanding what I went through as a young man, every step of the way. Okay, you 10 years old, I remember how I felt at 10 years old. I don't want you to feel that. Not saying I didn't feel great. I just remember the pain as well. I don't want you to feel the pain I felt. Oh, you 11? I don't want you to. You 12? Oh, you 17? I know what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So let me guide you now, right?
Right.
Sometimes you just got to see yourself in your children.
Oh, that's bad. That's really big.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to see yourself in your children.
and I like you said, I'll try not to live through my kids. That's one thing I don't do. I let
Yeah.
them be their own little kids. Like let them be
Just
kids.
block them from the pain that you experience.
Yeah.
Don't try to live vicariously through your child, but just make sure the things that hurt you as a child and change the trajectory of your life, they never have to experience. You can sit them down and give them lessons on what you've been through.
Right.
Well, that's what I did, as you asked me.
Right.
I just set my daughter down and her brother, who I love just as much, right?
Right.
I set them down, especially him because he's older. My daughter's still a baby per se. But I just don't want them. It's for me to watch them go through things I went through will make me feel like a failed father. Because it doesn't make any sense. I could have guided them away from that 3 years before it even got to that, right? So I just look at myself. So it's not like I'm trying to live vicariously through them. It's just that I don't want them to experience the pain, the ignorant pain, the unnecessary pain. Ignorance meaning we just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
You know. I don't want them to experience that pain.
You know better, you do better.
So I'm just trying my best to do better. Yeah. And all praises due to God. You know?
Definitely. So how was your dating life treating you? You mind me asking? If you were shy to put that on camera.
I got a woman. She loved me to death.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
She's a beautiful woman. Yeah. How
does it feel to be loved to death? Like elaborate a little bit.
You ain't paying me enough. I thought we were serious. I don't know. You trying to get into my dating life. She loves me to death. I don't understand what's going on. But I mean, yeah, I have beautiful women in my life, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if they feel different, then that message wasn't meant. You understand? Yeah. So yeah, I have beautiful women in my life. So everything is good.
I know a lot of those out there know what you do. You rap, you write, you do poetry. Like, so what's next for Ducky Boy? Next week you got coming up in the horizons for you?
Honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of just on some focused man time. I'm just doing what's best for Donald. I'm kind of putting Donald before Ducky Boy, right? That's my performance name. You know, I make music, I write poetry, I publish books, I write for R&B artists. I do a lot of different things as far as artistically and creatively. But 2025, man, to be honest, I'm just trying to be the best man I could be. And whatever comes with that, I'm gonna embrace it.
That was that. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Just a Conversation with Mark Burton. And special thanks to my man.
Anytime. Can't wait to come back.
He's gonna be on here several times. And I'm out. And that's the show one. I would like to thank everyone for tuning in. I'd like to thank my guest, Donald Charles. Hopefully, y'all can take something from what he was saying and, apply it to your self-improvement journey. And I'd like to leave y'all with this. I feel like compassion is the key. Compassion unlocks your heart. And once you unlock that forgiveness for yourself, you start forgiving others around you, and you can really take those first steps on your self-improvement journey. The only thing I have to tell you is, it is not a short journey. This ain't something you're going to start doing and it has an end. No, you're going to keep on building and building towards something better. I just heard something recently that really inspired me to continue this and let me know that I'm on the right path. Because I feel like I'm starting to become something. Even though I've been had this feeling years ago, I was becoming something. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But now I just know it. And once you start to feel like you're becoming something, then you know you're on the right path. Then you know you are taking the right steps. Because just remember this: there's no value on things you acquire. The best value in life is who you become. And that's today's show. I thank everyone behind the scenes, both my sons, Mark and Cam. I love y'all. Peace, and I'm out.